It only takes one United States Senator to hold up the business of the entire U.S. Senate. Can you imagine adding Rand Paul to the United States Senate right now? I was embarrassed this past winter when Jim Bunning stood up and blocked the business of the U.S. Senate and stopped an extension of unemployment benefits. Can you imagine adding Rand Paul to the party of no? We need filibuster reform. We need it so that a simple majority of the United States Senate can move forward with the business of the people.
I would be very reluctant to ever use my prerogative as a U.S. Senator to stop the operation of the United States Senate. I think that there's too much of that in Washington. I think that United States Senators oftentimes are too eager to call for someone's head or to call for a resignation. I think elections have consequences, and when a president wins an election, he or she someday has the ability to make appointments to the Supreme Court, and this business that you're going to have a big research game of gotcha and try to take somebody down is not the best way to conduct the people's business. And I would say that if I had a Republican president or a Democratic president, and so the idea that you're going to put a hold on a bunch of nominees or you're going to stop people from assuming appointed positions is just not. It's not really in my DNA. And I could support filibuster reform. There's nothing sacrosanct about the 60-vote rule. It used to be that one senator could stop anything just by talking. And at the start of the 20th century, I think it actually went to 2/3 was what was required to go over, and then to go over the filibuster. And then in 1975, the rule was changed to make it 60 or 3/5. I could support going to 55 or taking it down to simple majority. The Senate, John Yarmouth and I have talked about this quite a bit. He finds the Senate dysfunctional. I haven't been around it enough to know whether it's truly dysfunctional or not, but it does seem that too often you have a single senator on issues that's just holding something up. Was it Senator Sessions of Alabama, I think, that was holding up a number of nominees over a pet project? And I would never want to put the people of Kentucky in that position that I was just being an obstructionist.
So you would never use a filibuster?
I mean, you never say never. I don't know. I don't know what issue. I don't know what issue it is, or it might. But to say that, okay, I'm going to, for a pet project or something, I'm going to stop the business of the Senate in a significant area. I would never want to put the people of Kentucky in a position where their representation is perceived that way. And I'm not going to say never. I'd never use a filibuster. I don't know. It depends on the issue. It depends on the issue, but in order to do it.
So you kind of like having?
Not necessarily. Not necessarily. I think elections have consequences, and I believe in majority rule. And
which is it? Do you like the filibuster or not?
I don't like the filibuster. I don't like the filibuster. I don't like it. But if it's a rule, and if there were something that were just so fundamental to why I'm in service, and I found myself in a position that it was a tool, I would try not to use it. But would I take a pledge to you right here now that I'd never use it? I don't know.
Except that which feathers his own nest.